today I'll be showing you how to make logo skins for Gario, Goda, or whatever you play. Now first of all, you want to have some kind of picture. You want to make sure it's equal by height and width. Mine's 800 by 800. That's what I go to every time I edit a skin. And the website I'm using is pixlr.com/editor, something like that. It'll be in the description. Just go click down there. And all you want to do is click on this little crop tool, Monique tool, at the top left of your tools, and start from the top left, but make sure you have the circle selected up here. Click that and start from the top left and select a circle. Make sure it's completely circled and there's no room up here, no room on the sides, or no room down here. Right click and then hit invert selection. And now you want to hit your eraser tool. Make sure it's at 200 so it's a little bit easier to erase. And erase the edges right here so it's a little bit easier to work with. And make sure you can actually tell you have a circle. Make sure there's no spots left and you should be good. So this is what you're going to be working with. This is going to be what people see when they look at your skin. So what you want to do now is deselect all by clicking on the little Monique tool again. Right clicking and hitting deselect all. Now you can work with your whole image now. Now what you want to do is hit your shape tool over here. Click the circle. Uncheck fill shape. And I suggest a border size around 18 because 18 just looks best for mine, but you can pick whatever you want. But yeah, I'm gonna pick 18 because it works out best for me. Okay. Now what you want to do is make sure this color down here is white because it doesn't work unless it's white. Okay, so after you check it's white, just make somewhat of a good circle, like that. And then you're going to, actually, never mind. You're supposed to do that on a new layer. Forget what I said. Except make a new layer and do the shape tool on that layer. Sorry guys. Now you want to do is click up to edit at the top left. Click on retransform and make to where this circle is all the way around the image. You can do this by holding shift and dragging this little arrow at the top right of the circle to make it all equal. Now this might take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice to do because it is a little tedious, but after you do it, it's much easier. If you do it a couple times, it gets much easier. So just keep practicing, guys. You'll do better. All right. Okay. But yeah, after you make sure it's all fitted and everything looks good, everything looks nice and equal. Hit select and make sure it's saved like that. Now what you want to do is click on this little tool down here, layer styles, on the little toolbar below your layers. Click on that, make sure you select it to the layer with the circle on it. And what you want to do is hit outer glow and check that, and here you can check what you want. I find that black is the best color to do this with because it really highlights the image, or highlights the shape. So after you do that, adjust the size and play around with these settings, make sure which one looks best for your particular image. Because there's some of them that look a lot better than others with different images. Just do this, keep playing around with it, and you come back to this if you don't like it after we do the next step. Okay, so click OK as soon as you're done with that. Okay, after you're done with this, come over here. Should be two things left of the layer styles. Is toggle layer settings. You want to click on that and make sure you're still selected to the circle layer. And you can start playing around with this. But honestly, I find that the best one to pick is either multiply or overlay. But darken is also really good. And I might want to go back and edit this a little bit. I'm going to edit the circle a little bit more because it just doesn't look right. Okay. Now I went back and edited that so it looks a little bit better. But what this does, it makes it kind of like a mirror, gives it kind of like a mirror effect on it. And those steps are going to be important for the next step. So Now we're to the logo part. Get whatever logo or whatever you want. I'm just gonna use this logo because it's already there. It's pretty big, so give me a second to shape it down. And after you get your logo or your image or whatever, it may not be white, and you need it to be white for this to work out good. Get it somewhat centered or whatever you want to do with it, and make sure it's kind of equivalent to the thing, to the picture. And this is how you make it white, guys, because this is probably gonna run. You're probably gonna run into this problem a lot because you need it to be white for this effect to work. Okay, click on your little paintbrush tool right beside your pencil tool over your tools. Click on the 200 settings to make it a little bit easier, and make sure it's selected the little white. Okay, the white color, and then come over here to your layer. Make sure you're selected to your logo layer, and duplicate it. Now go back to the original layer of the logo and trace over that, because you can use your heart or your logo as a template to make sure you get everything white on the other layer. After you get all that colored, go back up to your uncolored layer and use your magic wand tool, which is right above your pencil tool over here, and click inside the heart. What this will do is select this on your image, and you can go scroll down through your images and pick whatever layer you want, and you can still work in this little trace. So what you do need to do now is just delete the layer copy, and as you still have the wand tool, right click on the original logo layer and click select, inverse selection, and then click your eraser tool and then just erase the excess white. And there you go, guys, your logo is now white, so now you can continue with the next steps. But make sure you get all the white, because I almost missed a bit right there. Now, right click with your magic wand tool and deselect all. Now, you can click on layer styles again, it's over here, outer glow, and you can give this one another shadow too. I prefer using black once again, but you can use whatever you want, whatever looks good for your picture. Play around with this, make it look good, you know, give it a nice shadow. Keep playing around with this till you get what you need. I'm gonna do that. And again, you can choose between a couple of these, whatever looks better. Overlay. Maybe hard, maybe darken would look better. But yeah, if that doesn't look good, here's another tip. Okay, what you want to do is duplicate this layer. Actually, no, you don't need to duplicate it. Whatever you need to do is click on this, right? Click on your little logo layer. Make sure you get that shaping with your magic wand tool. Make sure you get that logo shape. Come down to your original image shape. Once you're over there, click on invert selection with your magic wand tool, and click on the paintbrush tool, and select the main color to black. Now make sure it's at 200, make it a little bit easier, and then select your opacity of the brush to around 35, 40, somewhere around that, and then just color the whole image that color. But as you can see, the heart is not affected by this. So once you're done with that, now you can tell that the heart is standing out a little bit more than the rest of the image. So isn't that just handy? Okay, once you're done with that, guys, you're basically done. If you want to add a name, you can, but you don't have to add a name to this at all. You can just keep it like this and file and save it. That's all you gotta do, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful for you guys. If it was, leave a comment down below. Tell me if it was, and if I need to do anything better to improve my tutorials in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay.